Welcome to episode 59 of Mastering Fortnite Save the World, where we're gonna be building Canny Valley Storm Shield Defense 5. Before doing that, I had to grind a little bit once again, so I'm taking my Metal Team Leader Outlander in for a run, mainly to get quartz. That is the main thing that I need, but of course also building materials. The Metal Team Leader was the start of this video series. I bought the Metal Team Leader starter pack. I played to Stonewood, completed Ventures once I reached Plankerton after completing Storm Shield Defense 1 in Plankerton, and I got so strong from playing Ventures that I decided, hey, let's go to Twine Peak, let's see if we can make it in 20 days. So I have 22 hours to complete 11 Storm Shield defenses and to launch the rockets and reach power level 58. So that is what you have tuned into. Getting quartz can be done from a lot of things. One of the coolest things I feel is storm chests, but we also often have them in radar towers, from encampments. Of course, you can bash them out and get them in random chests, but since I was down on both materials and also quartz, I just went in for some farming streaks with my Outlander to get everything that I needed in as little time as possible. You could use expeditions, but since I only have 22 hours to do everything, I can't really wait for the expeditions. I kind of need to move forward, and that is pretty much what I'm just sharing a little bit of here, so that you have an idea about how I am amassing the things that I am in between the Storm Shield defense missions. Like I said, storm chests, absolute favorite way for me to get a lot of stuff, because even if you get if you get like weapons and stuff instead of the quartz that you need, you can often recycle that and get the materials that you can also use for some of the traps that I need to use in my base building adventure. So that is like pretty much it. All the different things that I am doing to get loads of goodies for my base building. While I'm in here, I'm of course also trying to see if I can find some of these good chests for evolution material caches, because in order for me to reach power level 58, I need to evolve a lot of heroes. I need training manuals for it, but I also need pure drops of rain and lightning in a bottle and whatnot, Eye of the Storm. So yeah, I need pretty much everything in a very short amount of time. So this is a Fortnite Save the World on, I was about to say steroids, but on power is what it is. As you can see here, 19 days of logging in. So we are closing in on goodies, trying to see if I can get just a little bit of research so that I can gain some power level from that as well, but it's not really being that helpful. But I'm digging into my Canny Valley Storm Shield defense now, because we need to build the Storm Shield defense 5. We need to place a new amplifier, and I'm going to challenge myself a little bit by selecting the one up here. And maybe you don't want to do that, but I am. It's a very fun amplifier with probably one of the craziest spawns in Canny Valley, in my opinion. That is so fun to overtrap, where you can just get so many kills. But since I'm playing with AFK builds and not with damaging trap tunnels as such, it's gonna be really fun to see if I can do this at all. And well, I'm playing to have fun, so boxing it in, putting down the metal grid around my amplifier, recycling some of my stuff, because this is like some of the things I picked up while farming. And this is the shell. Nothing much to it really, just making sure that I have these metal layers of walls around it. I have some stone there as well, because we are likely to get nature element husks and they deal crazy damage to stone. So I want to also have, not to stone, to metal. And I also want to have some stone in the mix. Not sure if I'm going to be making slants of metal or stone, but we have a spawn up there, and that is the dangerous spawn for me. They have a large area where they can come down towards this amplifier, where we have a really bad terrain that makes it really hard to defend. Then we have a spawn down there. They're going to come up here and go towards the amplifier. That is the good spawn. They can also go another direction. They have two small paths coming from there and going up towards the amplifier. This is the good area where they can come from. I also believe that they can come from west, but if they do that, I think I'm just gonna gun them down. But we will see. We will take it as it comes. I need to just try to get the best out of the things that I have to work with. These are the cooldown rooms that I have been showcasing pretty much since Plankerton. 2 sound walls, a freeze trap, and outside I have a floor launcher propelling the husk into the air so that it will fall into the room where the sound walls will make them dance and the freeze traps will freeze them. This gives them very little time to actually hit on the walls, and my base ability, because I'm using base Kyle, means that my walls are very strong, so they're able to, not indefinitely, but for a very long time, keep the husks in there, enough time for us to survive the storm shield defenses anyway. I'm also just making a bit of an extra blockade here. I'm going to, like, if you look in here, you can see I have stone where I have the actual launcher, and that is also because stone is weaker than metal. So even if they have a little extra time in there where my floor launcher is on cooldown, I want to have the husks hitting on the stone while they are waiting, so that they are staying on the floor launcher, so that when it goes off cooldown, they will go into the tunnel. I'm putting like additional layers of walling behind the stone to make it even harder for them to push through, and just a little bit of a sound wall there to stagger them so they don't come too fast into the cooldown room. So hopefully this is going to be working like a charm. This should be enough to keep the amplifier safe from this spawn, because I have this one condensed area. The spawn up there is going to be tricky. This is going to be really tricky. I should go up there and spend a few thousand materials on making a path for the husks, but I don't really have time to do that. I need to do these 2 additional storm shield defenses, and I have like 3 hours left before daily reset, and I also need to launch the rocket, and I may even lose. So I'm a little bit pressured on time, so of course I'm trying to do things the right way, but also in a little bit of a messy, fast way, because I think it would be so fun to be able to reach Twine Peaks before hitting 20 days of logging in. So yeah, I'm YOLOing that a little bit, which is why things are a little bit more messy and chaotic than what they would normally be if I was making such a video. But I kind of wanted to invite you guys in on the journey and hopefully showcase that by playing on a brand new account in Fortnite Save the World, you can reach the end game in 20 days without getting carried. This is, I mean, pretty much me soloing everything. I did play somewhat with others in ventures. I have shared all the videos on my channel in this series as well, where you can see when I started playing with others and how I performed, hopefully showcasing that I did my part. But anyway, new account, Fortnite Save the World, Twine Peaks, 20 days. It looks doable. So yeah, and Twine Peaks is where the fun is. And if you can get there on your own with the appropriate power, everything is amazing. So anyway, guys, that was what I had to share in this video. I hope you enjoyed. As always, thank you very much for watching. I absolutely love you guys.